Hey everyone, welcome to Shiraz Paints. In this week's video, we are going to do a beach scene, just like this one right here. It's going to be again my son on the beach, just playing with his pail and shovel and building a sandcastle. So let's get into it. So here is the reference photograph. We are not going to make too many changes to it. We're just going to move the figure over to the right of the canvas and probably darken these areas up so there's not a stark contrast between the darks and lights. We're going to keep the sun coming from this direction so it's shining down on the beach area as well as the figure. And that's the only changes we're going to make. I have already, as you can see, done the canvas, so it's just going to be a matter of getting into the drawing next. So the first thing I do is I take a little bit of burnt sienna with the Gamsol and I do a drawing. Simple drawing, I'm not trying to be accurate. I'm just trying to get the shape and get the size right as it pertains to the canvas. And once I can get that done, I accomplish my goal. So here is the initial drawing. As you can see, we moved the body to the middle of the, well, a little bit askew to the right side. You don't want it to be too much into the middle. And the three things we're going to do now is we're going to fill in the darkest darks, like this part of the body. We're going to fill in the lightest lights, which are the sand area. And we're going to put in the obvious colors and try to get the values correct. So at this point, I'm taking a little bit of the paint and mixing up kind of like a little dot, maybe a little bit more than a little dot, and just comparing it to the color on the photograph to see. So this is white, what you typically call titanium white, and a little bit of ultramarine blue, and a little phthalo green, and mix those three up. And I think I got a nice color here. I could probably lighten it up a little for the top part of the painting. So that's what I'm doing to dial in some of these colors. And what I'll do is I'll mix up more of the same combination until I get the right colors. I like working from dark to light. So what I'll do is I will fill in the dark areas first. As you can see, I'm filling in the pants as well as the hairline, the shoulders, just looking for any dark area, and I mix up a color that's close to what I'm looking for, and I'm not looking to be accurate. I'm just trying to fill in that space, so cover the canvas. So the next step is to color in the face and the body of the figure, and I mixed up 2 or 3 different colors here, and I'm just trying to cover it as fast as possible. I'm not trying to be accurate. Again, I'm just covering the canvas with the paint, and at some point later on I'll start dialing those colors with very purposeful strokes of paint once I mix up multiple colors. I'm not trying to be accurate again, I'm just trying to cover the canvas. Once I got the canvas covered with paint, the initial layer, I'm going to put the thicker paint on. So I mixed up 4 or 5 different colors here, including lighter titanium white, and I'm filling in, and I'm using the knife as well to get variations in the color in the background, and I'm going to do the same throughout this painting to get variation, get thicker paint on the canvas. The last step of the painting is just dialing in all the colors of the figure and just mixing up paint, doing purposeful, just one stroke, grabbing the paint and putting it on the canvas, and doing it as fast as possible to be more spontaneous about it. I think I did the face probably two or three different times. It's hard to do. I scraped it off, and I'm just again, mixing up a bunch of different paints, putting it on there, moving it around, using a knife, trying to get the figure to look the way I wanted to. I'm actually happy the way it came out. I was really afraid that it wasn't going to come out good at all, and I stopped painting at one point. All right, here's the finished product. Photograph, let's zoom in on that a little bit. And then painting. I did not like how this was coming out, and I actually do like how it finished up with. So you can zoom in there, you can see I'm doing some more purposeful paint strokes versus blending the paint. I'm trying to take the paint, put it on the brush, and then put it right on the canvas. I actually signed this one this time. So we're gonna move on to the next painting. Hopefully you guys are liking this. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one.